Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for January 5th, 2022 from Psalm 123, Those Puppy Eyes. Those puppy eyes. That's what I kind of call them. When my dog just sort of stares at me in the face. He also wags his tail. At that point, I don't know exactly what he's thinking, but I do know he wants something from me. And being a good dog owner, at least from my perspective, it's my job to figure out what he wants of me. Is he just looking for some attention? Does he want to go outside? Maybe he's looking for some more food. It seems like he's always looking for more food, though. But whenever I get those puppy eyes staring at me, I realize there's a reason for it. And now it's my job to figure out that reason, because I want to be a loving dog owner and I want what's best for my dog. Keep this in mind as we go through this psalm. Psalm chapter 123, verse 1. To you I lift up my eyes, O you who are enthroned in the heaven. The writer here is kind of like my dog, looking up into heaven, staring at God, and thinking, yes, there's going to be a petition to God. But God already knows what we need, but yet he still wants us to ask. So like my dog, the writer asks of God. And in this psalm, he states it by lifting up his eyes to the Lord. Those puppy eyes staring into heaven. Verse 2. Behold, as the eyes of the servants look to the hand of their master, and the eyes of a maidservant to the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord our God, till he has mercy upon us. Again, kind of just like my dog, who keeps staring at me until I answer. By the way, my dog will continue to stare at me until I get the answer correct. And that's important for us to realize also in our relationship with God, that we should continue to pray to God and continue to bring our petitions to God. You could say until God gets it right, but God always gets it right. But maybe we have to wait a little bit. But while we are waiting, still keep on bringing those petitions. Now, I will admit, not all of my prayers are really what's best for me. But God knows, and he knows what's in my best interest. Like, I know what's in my dog's best interest. He may want the food off my plate, but it's better for him to have dog food instead of people food. Verse 3. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, have mercy upon us, for we have had more than enough of contempt. The writer here reminds us that we live in a sinful, tough world. And so we do need God's love, and we need God's mercy. In comparison with my dog, however, I will admit my dog does not live in a tough world, but in one of those nice, cushy life type worlds. One of these days, when I get to paradise, I probably will have that same cushy life. But until that time, as human beings, we need to be offering our prayers and petitions to God, because we live in a world that is filled with sin. And sometimes as Christians, it can be really difficult for us. And so we offer our prayers to the Almighty God. Verse 4. Our soul has had more than enough of the scorn of those who are at ease, of the contempt of the proud. I'm glad my dog does not use this verse against me, because basically he would be saying, why do the other dogs have a much better life than I do? To which I'd be looking, dog, your life is not that bad. But yet, we see evil people around us, and they're prospering. And we might be thinking, it's not fair. Why do they have all the good stuff and we're still struggling? But God's answer to us is, guess what? Your life really isn't that bad. God is still a good, gracious God. God is still providing. for us. And so we need to realize that we have a God who is always there for us, who always loves us. He has mercy upon us. Why? Because we believe and trust in Him, and we call upon God with those puppy eyes. God's peace and many blessings be with you. And thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for listening.